Hi there and welcome to Dinos Vault once again, guys. Today I'm checking out the Benelli TNT 1130R. And first of all, for those who aren't aware, TNT stands for Tornado Naked Tray, wherein tray means triple or three, implying the three-cylinder engine that powers this bike. Now here's a brief intro to begin with about brand Benelli for those who aren't aware, because when you start thinking about a heritage more than 100 years old and the passion and the dream that began with a woman named Teresa Benelli after she was widowed and left with 6 of her children, you start wondering what kind of a legacy brand Benelli has achieved so far and what makes it stand out from the other giants in the motorcycling business. Established in 1911, Benelli is the oldest among the European motorcycle manufacturers. They built their first motorcycle in the year 1921, and when it comes to its racing history, Tonino Benelli, the youngest son of the Benelli family, himself won 4 out of 5 Italian championships in a row, and later on other riders took to Benelli and also won many European championships, world championships, and the most prestigious Isle of Man TT races as well. Now when we look around, we see motorcycles that are made to achieve great speeds, offer maximum safety, and also come equipped with technology to the core, so much so that they almost do most of the work for you while riding them. And then you look at a brand like Benelli, where you get to experience motorcycling in its purest and most unadulterated form, because these are bikes that are made with a soul and a spirit. What this means to you and me is that it is not the bike that is controlling you, but it is you who are controlling the bike. These bikes are beautiful yet ballistic and mighty yet magnificent, and this is where beauty meets the beast, because this is the Benelli feast. So taking a look at the 1130R itself, this bike has been around since 2004 and yet it looks so up to date, and that is the kind of quality engineering that we get to see when we have Italians working on bikes. They always add a bit of flair and flamboyance along with a dash of insanity and madness in all of their offerings, which is what makes their offerings really stand out on the world stage. Talking about the design elements used here are so rich and unique that the bike looks really aggressive, intimidating, and ferocious no matter which angle you choose to look at it from. The trellis frame and the swing arm are highlighted in red, which looks red hot and gives you the impression that this beast has some serious anger management issues. The headlamp looks intense and razor sharp, and it does remind me of the Ultron featured in the latest Avengers flick, because just like the Ultron, it comes with no strings attached. The carbon fiber front mudguard and engine cowl talks about the quality of equipment you would find on this motorcycle. And then you have the carbon fiber underseat exhaust, which really is the standout feature as far as I am concerned. A split tail lamp setup found on the either side of the underseat exhaust are a class apart, and the fuel tank is perfectly sculpted with a racing GT stripe on top and the Italian flag embedded on it, and the split seat setup is again very distinctively laid out. The handlebar is a single piece unit, and talking about the switch gear, you do get all the regular switches like an engine kill switch, high beam flasher, and also hazard lights switch. Now talking about the engine specs, powering this beast is a 4-stroke 12-valve inline 3-cylinder liquid cooled 1131cc engine that puts out a maximum power of 157 bhp at 10,200 rpm and a maximum torque of 120 newton meters at 8,500 rpm. Now this engine comes with liquid cooling as well as oil cooling, and it comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Weight of this bike is 202 kgs. Fuel tank capacity is 16 liters. Seat height is 830 millimeters and ground clearance is 135 millimeters. You do get a race spec Sureflex Ergal slipper clutch, which is a dry clutch, and the clutch feel is slightly on the harder side. Talking about the tires, you do get 17-inch wheels with Michelin tires with a 120 by 70 front tire and a 190 by 50 rear tire. Talking about brakes, you get Brembo performance brakes with twin 320mm floating wave discs with radial mounted Brembo 4-piston calipers up front and a single 240mm wave disc with the Brembo twin piston caliper at the rear. Talking about the suspension, you get a Marzocchi 50mm upside down forks that are fully adjustable up front, and ZF's Sachs gas charged monoshock that is fully adjustable at the rear. Now we'll talk about the instrument cluster now. You do get a part digital, part analog setup, which I personally prefer because the adrenaline rush that you get when the rev needle hits the red line is something really special. So you do get an analog tachometer, analog coolant indicator, and the digital display includes the speedometer, odometer, fuel gauge, engine temperature, trip meter, service reminder, and a clock. You also have a dedicated switch that reads Benelli, which also acts as a toggle switch, and when you press that button, it allows this mighty beast to unleash its full power of 157 glorious horses, making it one of the most powerful street nakeds out there. Talking about the customization options, so this is where the bike really shines through because almost everything on board is customizable and adjustable, be it the swing arm, the front suspension, the rear suspension, the ride height, and even the wheelbase. Another standout feature of this bike are the radiator fans that are housed neatly inside the side cowls to offer better heat dissipation. And price ex showroom Hyderabad is around 12 lakhs. Now, there is more of the Benelli feast to follow, so please make sure that you stay subscribed to catch all the action as it unfolds right here at Dinos Vault. Thank you for watching. I just hope you found this video useful, and you can check out lots of useful videos like reviews on cars, bikes, scooters, mobile phones, tablets, headphones, helmets, etc. And you can also check out my songs, and you can check out my food recipes and also my guitar lessons. So that's about it for now. I just hope this video was useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care and God bless.